you know, connecting consciousness will be delivering, along with others, some groundbreaking projects, technologies, and what have you. And we'll be doing it in a humanitarian and a spiritual way. And it's exciting because all the old players, the cabal, or the may not even have been deep state, but they were greed-driven organizations. They're not going to have a say in any of this. So that's what's so exciting. Well, for thousands of years on this planet, those very people have called the shots, and we're seeing a change in that. So let's move on then to the quantum financial system. If you go do a search online, Google search, it is surprising at the lack of information in regard to the QFS. Probably Charlie Ward is the best person to go to for up-to-date information on the QFS. But again, he will only give you what he can give you. And we hope we're near a time when Charlie and I can do a video together, and we can do sort of a Q&A, which he'll post on his site and I'll put on my site. We'll talk more openly about the QFS and what it might mean for all of us. But when you read some of these elements, shall we say, that have been put up on Google, every one I've read, except for Charlie's one, and one other, were completely wide of the mark. There's people, even technical people with masters and bachelors in computing and engineering science, either have failed to grasp what the QFS is, a quantum computer, or they're willfully hiding, either because they've been told by the deep state to hide it from us, or they simply cannot bring themselves to say what I'm going to tell you, which is basically on their blurb. It says that the QFS, a quantum computing financial system, is an artificial intelligence mechanism. Time and time again, it is relayed as an artificial intelligence system. This is not accurate. But I'm going to tell you, you can understand why people who spent many years in university, in front of a television camera, couldn't say what I'm going to say. The quantum system is actually consciousness, but not artificial consciousness. Oh, sure, within the QFS, within the quantum computer system, there are artificial intelligence systems, but all they are doing is feeding information in. They are running substations, if you like. They are doing the bread and butter work. The real brain of the operation is a consciousness.
Charlie, where are we at with the some of the finance stuff, quantum finance stuff, or have we got any updates on that? Because that you're the golden nugget on that stuff.
The quantum financial system was activated back in August last year. It's been running in parallel alongside the SWIFT system. The transition happened very, very recently to move a lot more across.
See, the new quantum financial system is quite incredible because you've got the Starlink and the speed at which it works. It can't be tampered with, and it almost has its own AI consciousness as well. And this is going to, I want to get your take on this, but it negates all of the heroin smuggling and the child trafficking and all the black stuff happening on the black web and all the rest of it.
I'm going to correct you on one little thing. You slipped a naughty word in the middle there. AI.
Right.
Polar opposite to AI. It's quantum consciousness.
Okay.
So it's actual reality rather than just guessing what you're going to do next.
Got it.
This gets your thought process. Quantum consciousness is working with your consciousness, not what it's predicting you're going to do. Artificial intelligence is deep state, cabal. We're planning what you're going to do. We're going to lead you this way. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. We'll send you this advert for this. We'll send you this. That's artificial intelligence. Anything that's artificial is artificial. When you're dealing with consciousness, which you deal with, spiritual consciousness, quantum consciousness can read what you're thinking. Well, as most people know, I believe in God and I put my trust in God. And when you're under a military NDA and people are not talking, you've only got one person to talk to who will talk to you. And he's not under an NDA.
Yeah, and the ETs aren't either. You can talk to them anytime. In fact, I'll give you some ETs you can talk to, Charlie, if you're interested. The Arcturians would love to hear from you.
Oh, 100%. You need to know what's bad and what's good, what's right and what's wrong. Once you've reset your moral compass, then you are on the right path to understand. So you'll go into the fifth dimension like that because you understand what's right and what's wrong, and you start to see things very, very clearly. When you know something, you go, well, that's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's obvious when you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's all I say to people is connect with yourself, understand who you are. Don't put your trust in man. Put your trust in God, and God will guide you.
And put your trust in the ETs.
Exactly. That's a good looking ET as well.
That is an Arcturian being. That is an adult Arcturian being. My mentor made this for me. She was an Anunnaki Zeta hybrid, and she was genetically made in a dumb in America.
Wow.